say we're here for you. Check back every week and stay tuned.
Welcome back to the video, boys, you on the go gamers. So, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth is here, and fans of the PS Vita have sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears to finally see Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth coming to North American PlayStation Vitas. The question, however, still remains, was all the work worth it? Is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth all that fans desired? We answered these questions and more with our in-depth review, starting with the most important aspect, the gameplay. But before we get started, make sure to enter our massive giveaway of 3 Aqua Blue PlayStation Vitas by subscribing and leaving a comment. Winners will be announced on March 31st, 2015. Let's take a look at the gameplay. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that Digimon takes a page right out of the Pokemon handbook, and quite successfully, I might add. Digimon, however, gives players a more mature look into the world of pocket monsters, and like every other title in the beloved Digimon franchise, Cyber Sleuth uses the traditional turn-based battle system, which pits 3 of your Digimon in a fast-paced, yet disturbingly easy fight. Initially, the fights offer a certain level of difficulty. However, it does not take long for the poor balancing system in the game to show its true colors. This eventual lack of challenge isn't necessarily a representation of your growing as a trainer or you gaining levels. It instead is a very unbalanced fighting system, which ultimately leaves you getting used to it or extremely perturbed at the lack of fun that should coincide with the challenge. In addition, you will notice towards the end of the title, the game becomes unbearably difficult as well. In similar titles, you will experience a gradual progression in skill, leading to a gradual progression in gameplay difficulty. This element is something Cyber Sleuth lacks, leaving players with long periods of unbearably easy, followed by spikes of unnecessarily hard. Fortunately, the unbalanced fighting system is one of the very few issues presented in Cyber Sleuth. While the balance system is wonky, Cyber Sleuth does manage to nail the Digimon typing almost perfectly. Each Digimon players will find is unique, and you will find yourself wanting to own every single Digimon that you come across. In fact, each Digimon has an attribute and an element. For example, every Digimon could come equipped with vaccine or virus as an attribute, and fire or water as an element, leaving the ability for various amazing combinations. As you would expect, each element and vaccine has its own strength against enemies with opposite elements. If you manage to match the correct element and vaccine, then players will be able to hit a huge damage multiplier. Now this damage multiplier is great, however, it can be easy to match often and contributes towards the balancing issues that made the title too simple early in the game. Finally, as an addition towards the gameplay section, Cyber Sleuth also offers a fairly decent 240 playable Digimon, including evolutions. The gameplay in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth is extremely fun for gamers of any background. Cyber Sleuth is easily the best title in the series to date, and it offers fast-paced gameplay, which includes great Digimon typing and has over 240 playable Digimon. Unfortunately, Cyber Sleuth has a very poor balancing system. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth's gameplay receives an 8 out of 10. In the world of monster RPG battlers, great stories are often a hit and miss. In the case of Digimon, the stories often have a little bit of meat, and in the case of Cyber Sleuth, well, it's actually one of the best in the Digimon series. Cyber Sleuth is set fully in the near future. In this future, a technology exists to completely digitize the human body and send them to an alter world called Eden. Imagine Persona 4 where you get sucked up into the TV, but instead it doesn't have to be midnight and it's done on purpose. Nokia and Arata, the protagonists, get invited by a hacker to enter the world of Eden. Upon doing so, the protagonist receives the Digimon capture hack, allowing them to begin capturing Digimon. Unfortunately, they get stuck in the world of Eden where they find themselves getting attacked by a species only known as the Eater. The story then progresses into an investigation of the conspiracy surrounding Eden. All in all, Cyber Sleuth has an amazing story that you quite frankly would not expect to find. Unfortunately, as a silent protagonist, you add nothing to the progression of the story. You could argue the protagonist should be silent, but I would have to disagree. In similar titles like Persona, the silent protagonist route adds an extra element of suspense and immerses you in the role of the protagonist. That element does not exist here. You will find yourself immersed in the story itself, but never really in the protagonists themselves. Thus making the protagonist silent, the game adds nothing and loses an extra bit of suspense, immersion, and connection with your very own character. Other than this issue, Cyber Sleuth's story is a force to be reckoned with. Cyber Sleuth's story is arguably the best in the series. The story draws players in and keeps them playing. Unfortunately, the silent protagonist takes a small bit of connection away from the player. Cyber Sleuth's story receives an 8 out of 10. Cyber Sleuth's art style and soundtrack are quite frankly absolutely superb, albeit a little bit wonky here and there. The art style presented here is absolutely beautiful, and what you would hope for when purchasing Cyber Sleuth. The colors pop on either the LCD or OLED screen, and you will just light up your face. Looking at textures far in the distance will present gamers with a lower resolution. However, this much is to be expected. Cutscenes as well are gorgeous, with once again a slightly lower resolution, nothing that is too noticeable or annoying. In addition to the beautiful art style, Cyber Sleuth combines a stellar soundtrack to the table as well. While playing, gamers will hear some of the most well-suited cyberpunk songs that Digimon has to offer. The soundtrack is reminiscent of Danganronpa in that the soundtrack fits perfectly with the gameplay and the mood of the title. In all, Cyber Sleuth's art style and soundtrack are amazing, with some of the most beautiful colors and a perfect soundtrack. The only negative presented is the low resolution seen in cutscenes and images seen far away. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth's graphics and sound receive a 9 out of 10. Overall, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth is an absolutely must-own for any PS Vita fans. PS Vita owners petitioned hard to see Cyber Sleuth finally hit North American shores, and luckily their work is not in vain. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth received an 8 out of 10 for gameplay, an 8 out of 10 for story, and a 9 out of 10 for graphics and sound. Overall, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth receives an 8 out of 10. There you guys have it, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to be entered in our massive giveaway of 3 Aqua Blue PlayStation Vitas. To enter, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. Winners will be announced on March 31st, 2015. Vita Boys out.
Yeah, we're the Vita Boys here for you. Check back every week and stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe today to be notified. Stay up to date. We are covering everything PS Vita. Weekly game giveaways, come see us. Gameplays, unboxing, reviews, and more. With a lot coming and more in store. We're the Vita Boys and we're here for you. Check back every week and stay tuned.